it then led me to think about, well, what is sound? Sound is a vibration. So it's created by vibrating the molecules of air that give off a sound. And it made me think of famous scientist Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla has this famous quote where he says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. You think to yourself, well, here's another esteemed scientist who, like, by all, one of probably the greatest minds in modern history, has put this out there to say, hey, look, think of things in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, if we look at positive and negative, that's an energy. If we look at what we say to ourselves, that's a vibration. And we look at the frequency in terms of how often we might do that to ourselves, and what we're saying. So I'm sure if you think of anyone that you've spoken to and they're maybe stuck in their own ways, and just listen to the language that they come out with. You know, there's a reason that people that always go on about being sick are always sick. There's always a reason that people that talk about being in debt never get out of debt. There's always people that are stuck in the rut because it's what they create, what they think about, and it's this constant thought pattern that they have. And you get more of what you focus on. So if you're focusing on these things, you're going to get more of them, because you got to remember, if Emoto's work represents how we store things, and if we are between 70 and 80% water, well, imagine this body that we're in is just a huge storage device for the things that we get. So it's not only the things that we say to ourselves internally, and it's also the areas we engage with. So who are the people that you're around? What are they saying? Are they good or bad for you? Do you have a good influence or a negative influence? Is people doing, good for you? Are you around the right people? Are you around the right energy? And you go, well, at some point, even the most skeptical people will think, oh, this is all woo-woo, airy-fairy stuff. But what happens when science actually meets the spiritual? Because there is a crossover point where you say that this energy, frequency, and vibration sounds more spiritual than it does science-based. But there's been many cases where you can find the spiritual overlap between the scientific tests. And you look at, there was a famous Gaia series, and I would urge you to take a look at it, where it's called Mind Over Water, and it's the wisdom teachings. And there's the commentator on here is a guy called David Wilcock. And if you go and listen to David Wilcock, the first thing you'll notice is that if you shut your eyes, you're going to hear Lightning McQueen. So I don't know if he's a relative to Owen Wilson or some sort of family member, but this guy's got an uncanny resemblance to the guy who done the voiceover for Lightning McQueen. That said, there's a great series where he goes into some of the overlaps between what is considered spiritual and woo-woo and what's scientific and where they meet. Dr. Joe Dispenza has done some great work in being able to test that energy field in terms of your vibration and your frequency. And we've seen it. It's like, imagine if you go in and you start listening to positive mindset audio or videos, and you start to surround yourself, you start to read more, you start to engage more with things that are more of a positive nature, you definitely start to see a change in yourself. And it's something that when you think about your life and you want to get better results and you want to improve or you want to feel more fulfilled, then can you actually impact your life with these results?